Lastly, we spent some time trying to understand the unit economics for the company. For lending businesses, the unit economics tells us how much a company makes or loses on each loan. To help explain this, I'll be walking you through an example of unit economics calculations. We typically start with a company's average loan amount. Let's say the average loan for the company in question is $200. Next, we try to understand how much interest revenue the company earns on average from this $200. For the purposes of this example, let's say the company earns $100 per loan, which translates to the company making 50% interest revenue per loan. Next, we try to understand how much it costs the company to borrow this $200 that it loans out. In other words, what is the cost of capital? Let's say this number is $30 or 15%. This means that the net financial revenue per loan is $70 or 35% of the average loan value. Next, we try to understand costs. The first cost we care about is the cost of default. Because not all loans the company makes will be paid back, we want to understand the cost of default to the company. Let's assume that the company's loss rate is 10%. This means that on average, it loses $20 per loan to defaults. The next cost we care about is the customer acquisition cost. So how much does it cost the company to acquire a customer? For this exercise, let's say it costs $10 or 5%. Lastly, we care about the cost of servicing the loan. For this exercise, let's have this be $4 or 2%. With this, we can calculate the company's margin per loan. Now, what does this tell us? This tells us that for every loan the company gives out, it is making $36 or 18% of the average loan value. When evaluating a company, we typically want to see these sorts of positive unit economics. We practically never lend to companies with negative unit economics, as it means that they're losing money on every loan and will have a hard time servicing their debt sustainably.